Utilizing elements from the Tuhu project, this video is a derivative work. There is no connection between it and the original work. Devastating devastation has been caused all over the country by wild boars, which are considered to be America's sworn enemies. In rural areas, they are responsible for the destruction of huge fields, maize and soybeans, resulting in losses that are believed to amount to $2.5 billion annually. To make matters even worse, they are carriers of diseases that pose significant dangers to animals as well as the delicate ecosystem. In my opinion, the time had arrived. The destruction that these deadly monsters had caused was going to be paid for by them in the future. Prior to the hunt, our group deliberated and devised a comprehensive strategy, with the intention of removing as many wild boars as possible from the area. After gathering our hunting dogs and preparing our weapons, we set out in the direction of a mountain that was located close to our tiny settlement. During the summer, we started patrolling the area with sweeps. The sound of our dogs barking in the distance reverberated throughout the forest, causing us to be in high alert mode. My attention was drawn to a rustling sound coming from a bush in the vicinity. Almost instantly, I raised my weapon and fired with it. In a matter of seconds, the first target was destroyed. An excellent beginning. Dante, a member of our team, swiftly hurried forward after receiving intelligence from us in order to remove and intercept the individuals in question. If we were correct in our assumptions, it would soon be charging up this same route on its way. Boar moved forward, under the impression that it had discovered a way out of the situation. Nevertheless, this was a miscalculation that ultimately proved to be fatal. One shot was all that was needed to put a stop to it right there, before it could even turn around. Despite the fact that we were still high up in the mountains, we continued our hunt. An unmistakable signal was the dog's barking, which became increasingly loud. Anxiety caused our hearts to race with excitement. After a few seconds, a wild boar quickly emerged from the undergrowth and raced forward. Soon after, we fired a number of bullets, and we were successful in taking down one of them. The unfortunate reality is that another one disappeared into the woods. In order to save time, we decided to hunt for the loose in separate directions, each of us going in a different route. When I was in the middle of the vast wilderness with nothing but a gun in my hand, I couldn't help but feel apprehensive. However, as soon as I became aware of the potential threat, my instincts kicked in. Wham! Through the cloud of smoke, my bullet struck the target exactly where it was supposed to, sending the animal to its knees in an instant. Not long after that, I received a call from the backup. Dante had only recently seen a bear, and he was pursuing it. Our attention was fixed on the thicket in front of us, and we did not miss a single movement. After that, the boars bolted out of the area without any hesitation. Before slumping completely on its head, one of them let out a piercing howl. Only a few seconds later, another boar sprinted by directly in front of us. It was unexpected. There was one more shot fired, and the beast collapsed to the ground next to me. A fast and tidy attack on the target. During the course of our journey back, our senses were shaken by the unexpected and intense barking of our hounds. I was on high alert, and my instincts led me to dash toward the sound. I was really taken aback when, seemingly out of nowhere, a wild boar charged viciously and directly at me. To my good fortune, I was able to respond in time, pressing the trigger and putting a stop to its progress. That bullet might have prevented me from dying. We started packing up our belongings for the trip back home as the sun was beginning to drop. As a result of the fact that wild boars eat during the dusk hours, we were aware that the hunt was not yet done. Jason took a moment to halt when he heard the sound of gunfire and dogs in the distance. Because he had years of knowledge under his belt, he knew without hesitation. In a flash, the beast, which was a boar, emerged from its hiding place. However, Jason was the victor. With just one free shot, he was unable to stay in the game. All of a sudden, we had yet another win to bring back with us. A positive way to bring the day to a close. This brings an end to the hunt for the day. Regarding the action, what were your thoughts? In the comments section below, please share your ideas. Additionally, if you want to see more exciting stuff, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. The darkness of night descends, enveloping everything in a spooky calm. However, we are aware that the wild boars are still hiding in the shadows somewhere inside the forest. Having dozens of them in a single herd makes them a nightmare in every sense of the word. As we step into what could be the most intense hunt we have ever experienced, we tighten our grips on our weapons, take a deep breath, and then proceed. Are we going to be able to get this issue under control and bring these wild animals to an end? Immediately, watch this exciting conflict that could end your life. In the state of Texas, wild boars have developed into a significant problem that is inflicting significant harm to both agriculture and the environment. Because they are able to travel freely in the millions, they are constantly destroying crops, uprooting fields, and leaving farmers in a state of anguish. During the evening, they become much busier than before. Without the implementation of stringent control measures, the wild boar scourge will continue to worsen, which will result in consequences that are beyond anyone's ability to imagine. After hearing from locals that there was a large herd of wild boars that was tearing through the region, we made our way to Texas as soon as we could. When we arrive in Texas, we are greeted by a spectacular sunset that spans across wide plains. But hidden within this beauty is a lurking threat, clever, huge monsters ready to ravage whatever in their path. The countryside seems strangely tranquil, but hidden within this beauty is a lurking danger. We have outfitted ourselves with cutting-edge gear in order to get ready for the hunt that will take place tonight. In the complete absence of light, sight is severely restricted. Nonetheless, this is precisely the situation in which our thermal imaging technology excels. Just before we decide to pull the trigger, we take careful aim at the target. As I make my way toward a nearby orchard, I swiftly disperse some grain across an open area of land, which serves as the ideal trap for these gluttonous beasts. Large herds of wild boars start to congregate almost immediately after being enticed by the alluring aroma. They are entirely ignorant to the fact that they have strolled straight into our sights as they joyfully bury their snouts into the dirt while they are enjoying their final meal. When a bullet is fired precisely into the first boar, it falls instantly. In an effort to escape, the herd is in a state of panic and begins to run over each other. On the other hand, the pursuit is not yet done. We are still pursuing them and capturing more of them as we go. In the meantime, I stealthily select my targets while they eagerly select their preferred morsels. Shots reverberate through the night as a result of a deep breath, a solid grip on the trigger, and gunfire. One by one, the boars are brought down. Exceptional outcomes achieved with flawless execution. Tonight, we embarked on our journey once more, fueled by a burning hatred and a determination to succeed. Keeping a firm grip on our guns, we tell ourselves that this danger must be eliminated entirely. As we watch, a chaotic scenario plays out in front of us. Wild boars are tearing through the fields, trampling crops as if they were their own personal fields. Every single one of them, enormous and rugged, their path leading them to resemble shadowy devils under the night sky. Despite the fact that these creatures have strong instincts and heightened attention, their capacity for cunning will not be sufficient to save them this time. We lower our bodies while preserving complete and utter silence. All of the elements are in place, and the beginning of their nightmare is imminent. For the love of God, what on earth is going on here? Although I have participated in a number of hunts in the past, I have never previously seen a herd that was so vast and so fierce. Immediately, without any hesitation, we take our positions. Continuous gunfire may be heard. Even though we have eliminated a significant number of them, we are unable to eradicate them all at once due to their overwhelming numbers. As we continue, we are resolute in our determination to track down every single one of them. Now that there are so many of them in the area, there is little question that there are more hidden nearby. We are unable to afford to abandon any of the survivors. The eradication of everything objectively. The leader, who was the largest and the fattest, was brought down by a single shot that was beautifully placed. All of the remaining herd squads make their escape. Everyone is frantically trying to save their lives, but there is no chance that they will survive. Within a matter of seconds, a couple more shots are fired, leaving behind only shadows that are devoid of all life on the ground. A conclusion that is appropriate for the obstinate creatures that had the audacity to invade human territory.